to tell you the best story I love to tell people. It's the one that people ask me about all the time. It's how or why I moved to Chicago. The real reason is because my husband grew up in Chicago, and that's why I moved here. Well, this is about how I met my husband. I was working in Tucson, and my best friend, she was a PhD in sign language. She has a PhD in sign language, and her brother was my husband's best friend. So my husband's best friend, he was a lawyer, and my husband was working in a hospital. He traveled a lot. He was working for radiology for cancer patients. It was about 2009, and they both lost their jobs, because of the economy. So the two of them, they were depressed because they've lost their jobs, and they were spending a lot of time looking for a job. And my husband's best friend said, my sister lives in Arizona. Why don't we take a break from looking for these jobs and just relax? So they're men, so they like to do a lot of mountain climbing and riding their bikes, and that's what they did when they went to Arizona. So back in Tucson, my husband's brother said, back in Tucson, my husband's best friend said, my sister has a best friend, and she's deaf. My husband said, oh really? I had a deaf friend when I was growing up. I haven't signed in maybe like 4 years though. So I'm not really sure if I'd be comfortable signing again. So my best friend's husband texted me and said that, oh, we're going to have a party with Mexican food. It's going to be great. Why don't you join us? And I thought, oh yeah, that would be fun. So I bought the beer, and I showed up at the party. And the way my husband describes it, when he first saw me, he was just fascinated. I was just so beautiful to him. So we went through the party, and eventually we met up together. So back then my husband didn't really sign too much, but I was kind of tired that day, and he kind of came up to me aggressively and said, "Hello, my name is Eric," and I was kind of surprised by that. It kind of threw me off a little bit. So we're all mingling at the party, and all the married people were kind of looking at me, and my husband, he was really signing slow. He was really rusty with his signing, but it was a good thing that my friend was an interpreter, so she can kind of help me out. So all day we were kind of chatting, and it was a good thing my friend was an interpreter because she was helping with the communication. And I remember that the sun was going down in front of the house. It was really a bad glare, and it was kind of hard to see, so I said, "Oh, maybe don't mind if we can move into the backyard." So we moved everything into the backyard, and I can remember at that time, it was just so beautiful. The sun was going down, and I remember looking at my husband, and I knew at that moment we were just falling in love, and I just wanted to steal his heart.